A leading scientist has warned that the UK is on the edge of losing control of coronavirus as infections rise. Professor Sir Mark Walport, a member of the government's SAGE Advisory Committee, said people need to limit their socialising to ensure that children can remain at school and students at university. It comes as about 3,500 coronavirus cases were recorded in the UK for the second day in a row. This report from our health correspondent, Lauren Moss.
On the final weekend before new restrictions are introduced, there's a stark warning about what could lie ahead. 3,500 more coronavirus cases have been diagnosed for the second day in a row. Scientists say although the rate of infection is lower than it was at the peak of the pandemic, COVID-19 is growing in the community.
I think one would have to say that we're on the edge of losing control, and you've only got to look across the channel to see what's happening in France and what's happening in Spain. The figures in the UK on the 5th of September, it was about 1,800 people identified with the infection. On the 11th, it was 3,500.
There's been an increase in coronavirus cases across all age groups. It's most pronounced among 20 to 39-year-olds. But there's also been a steep rise recently in people over the age of 80 testing positive. Those numbers declined over the summer, but as you can see, they're now going back up. To try and keep a lid on infections, the rule of 6 will limit the numbers we can socialise with in England from Monday, and people are getting their heads around the new rules.
Why is it Monday? Why not bring it in straight away? I do think it's a bit of a funny system.
If it's saving lives, then I think it makes sense, to be honest.
It's a lot clearer. I think the rule is 6. I think people understand it, so I have to say I'm probably in support of it.
In Birmingham and nearby Sandwell and Solihull, where the rate of infection is among the highest in the country, 1.5 million people will be banned from mixing with other households from Tuesday. Everyone is warned they've a part to play.
The onus is on all of us to do everything we can to make sure that we're abiding by those rules. And those rules, of course, ensure that we can, with close family members and close friends, socialise in appropriate circumstances. And those rules also stress the vital importance of making sure that children are at school, that students can study at university, and that we can work in a COVID-safe environment.
Restrictions on 2 households mixing were expanded into Lanarkshire at midnight, and from Monday in the rest of Scotland, there will be a limit of 6 people from 2 different households allowed to meet, and in Wales, indoor gatherings of more than 6 will be banned. There's positive news that the vaccine trial by Oxford University is restarting after being paused when one participant became unwell this week. An independent investigation has concluded it is safe to continue. But any vaccine is still likely to be several months away. For now, we'll continue to walk a fine line between maintaining a way of life and containing the virus that's changed it for so many. Lauren Moss, BBC News.